Run for change, run for hope, run just to run.
Day is well underway now, as we see the marathon runners eagerly awaiting the start of their race. This is the most exciting part of the day, and the marathon runners are off on their 42.195-kilometer journey. The weather is getting more severe as and their running partners. We just saw Fernando Cabada Jr. from the US, and from Kenya, James Rotich. And here is the United Nations team forming into a pack on the seaside Corniche. The elite athlete pack at this point of the race seems to be led by Fekadu and Cabada, who seem to be maintaining a steady pace with the rest of the pack. And here is the men's leader pack: Fekadu, Kipsang and Chetkapol in the Borj Hamoud neighborhood, close to the 25th kilometer of the race. Past the cheering stations and the water stations. On to the Zulka neighborhood. And the three leaders in this pack are still running together, well ahead of the rest of the other marathoners. The weather has turned again, and the Lebanese elite running pack is being pelted by a very heavy downpour. It seems that the leaders in the men's field of this race will be Ethiopian and Kenyan, unless Fernando Cabada of the US can manage to stay with this pack for a longer period. Rain and some sun on the seaside Beirut Corniche as the runners move forward. This is a very special race that began 2 years ago at the Blom Beirut Marathon. Run with Mum. Here, babies, toddlers with their mothers and fathers can be part of this exciting day by running or strolling a 1 kilometer course. This way, no one is left out of the fun on this wonderful family day of running. How much fun are they having in spite of the rain? This is one of the most heartwarming events of the day. Let's check back with our marathoners, and it looks like American Cabada is taking a slight lead over the men's leader pack. As for the elite women, it seems like Saida Kadir of Ethiopia and Mary Akor of the US are in the lead. Closely following each other and further down the course, we see the female pack has expanded to include Monica Jepkoech of Kenya. Kadir and Jepkoech seem to be running now at the same pace as we get closer to the finish line. Another fun side to the day is the newly added celebrity race, a 1 kilometer race where Lebanese and international celebrities have come together to be part of the Blom Beirut Marathon campaign to break a negative. Here comes the Lebanese First Lady, Wafa Slimane, heading to the start of the 10 kilometer race. Back to the finish line as the first hand cycle winner arrives, and it's Lebanese Paralympic athlete Edward Malouf. And not far too behind is the second place winner, Didier Chiron of France. Followed by his countryman, Stéphane Massard, in third place. These athletes have braved some difficult, slippery conditions today. What courage. The bulk of participants today is for the 10 kilometer race. There are upward of 30,000 participants in this race today, and they represent different non-governmental organizations, charities, corporations, running clubs, families, friends and individuals who have caught the running fever. This is where charities and corporate teams come together to raise awareness and funds and to spend a day of activity and fun. atmosphere of this race is joyful, to say the least. To help organise this race, the Beirut Marathon Association enlists the help of more than 4,000 volunteers spread over the course and the start and finish lines. Lots of festivities abound around the different races today. All along the course, there are cheering stations that keep the runners entertained and energised. The fun and the entertainment keep everyone in great spirits. Here we see different organisations and charities that have dedicated themselves today to keeping everyone running and happy. Running in this weather today has been a real challenge for the athletes of all ability levels. Everybody ran the wet pavements of the city, those who are running to win and those who are running for fun and causes.
Flying overseas, flying overseas, flying overseas, flying overseas, flying overseas, back to Lebanon. We getting ready for the Beirut Marathon. Flying overseas, back to Lebanon. We getting ready for the Beirut Marathon. So here it comes. Are you ready for the world? Yeah. From nation to nation to every boy and girl. So here we go, keep steady, be focused, stay ready, one nation, one run, coming together under the sun. Peace, one love, carry me in your arms, say one.
And here is the male leader pack again, getting close to the finish line. Let's watch them go for this last stretch.
If we can just reach out to the stars above, you got us together and we can look up to the sun. One piece, one love, carry me in your arms. Say one piece, harmony around the world. If we can just reach out to the stars above, you got us together and we can look up to the sun.
It seems these three men are going to be the champions of the day as they get closer and closer to the finish.
That's what we do. Take it to the streets, strap up your shoes, heart racing, blood shaking. We got an out in the process for the taking. Be strong now, don't stop now. Lift your head high, hold up the crown. Flying overseas, back to Lebanon. We getting ready for the Beirut Marathon. So here it comes. Are you ready for the world? From nation to nation to every boy and girl. So here we go, keep steady, be focused, stay ready, one nation, one run, coming together under the sun. Peace, one love, carry me in your arms. Say one piece, harmony around the world. We can just reach out to the stars above. You got us together and we can look up to the sun.
At this point, first and second place seem to be going to Kadir Thekadu of Ethiopia and Stephen Chekapol of Kenya, now running the last stretch of this long race.
Say one piece, harmony around the world. If we can just reach out to the stars above, you got us together and we can look up to the sun.
And Thekadu has taken the lead at this point as he runs alone in the rainy streets of Beirut towards the finish line. Looking behind his shoulder, making sure no one is close in proximity. This is the leader today, and his win is almost guaranteed as he heads to the finish line where the cheering crowds are waiting. Behind him is Chepkapol of Kenya. And here he comes, crossing the finish line. The winner of the Blom Beirute Marathon 2012 is Kadia Fekadu of Ethiopia. And in second place, here comes Stephen Chepkapol of Kenya, followed by William Kepsang of Kenya in third place. Here they are, champions of this rainy day, taking a finish line photo as the sun breaks out of the clouds for a brief moment. And here comes Lebanese runner Hussein Awada, who is the winner today for the Lebanese male field. Hussein is the Lebanese record holder for this race. Today, however, he was not able to beat his own record, mainly because of the severe weather. Back to the marathon finishing line as Ethiopian Saida Kadia, the women's field leader, crosses the finish line to claim the first place for this race today. And here comes Kenyan Monica Jepkoech crossing the finishing line in second place. A tough race for these ladies today, as Mary Akor of the US now crosses the finishing line in third place. Finishing first for the Lebanese women's category is Maria Pia Nehmi.